What's going on, guys? Welcome to this episode of Home Built Workshop. Today, got a quick tip for you. I want to show you something that I like to do that might help you get a little bit more life out of your router bits. Stick around. For those of you that have been following along with my channel, you'll know that I am in the middle of my great guitar build-off for 2021, and I'm actually at the point right now where I'm letting the finish cure, so I've got a little bit of time to do some cleanup as well as some tool maintenance. One tool that I rely heavily on when I'm building an instrument are router bits. Router bits come in all shapes and sizes. As many of you know, some of them can be quite expensive too, so it's really important to take good care of them, not only to store them properly, but also we got to keep these things clean. Speaking of clean, I need to clean up this table a little bit. I haven't had a chance really to put anything away. The place is a disaster. I'm gonna take care of that really quick, and then we're gonna address some dirty bits. Well, that's a lot better. Now we can get to our table. I've also gathered a couple of bits that need a good scrubbing. As we use things like our router bits, table saw blades, band saw blades, over time they will build up this residue that forms on the surface, and that residue causes the tool to have to work harder to cut, which is going to cause it to get hot. And if a tool gets too hot, it's going to ruin the temper of the blades and cause them to go dull, meaning you have to throw these things away because they're basically no good. So let me show you really quick here on this one especially what we're talking about. So this little guy right here is probably the worst one I have at the moment. You can see the brown, almost burnt looking residue that's just stuck on there. I mean, I could scrape away at it and eventually get it off of there, but that stuff will ruin the life of your blade, and that's what we need to clean off. There are commercially available cleaners made specifically for cleaning bits and blades, but I want to share with you guys what I like to use to keep my tools clean. Plus, there's about a bazillion other things you can clean with it, not just bits and blades. What I like to use is this purple bottle that most of you have probably seen around, Super Clean. Now, I have been a fan of Super Clean. I used to work in a manufacturing environment for a lot of years. I used to buy this stuff by the gallons for cleaning parts and cleaning equipment, and I really like this stuff. So when Super Clean reached out to me recently about sharing some of their products with you guys, to me, it was a no-brainer. I was already a user of their product, and it just seemed like a good fit. Now, Super Clean is not paying me one dime to say anything about their products or promote them to you guys, but they did send me these samples to use, and I feel just fine sharing it with you guys because I've been a user for quite a long time. I really like the products, and it works great for this kind of application, as well as like a billion other things that you might need to clean. So whether you choose to use one of the commercially available cleaners for this sort of thing, or you want to use something a little more universal, the choice is yours, but this is what we're going to use to clean this junk off of these bits. I usually start out with a rag. I'll spray some cleaner on the rag and then carefully use the rag to scrub the gunk off the bit. It doesn't take too long before you should start seeing all of that gunk and crud come off the bit. Look at all that junk that's coming off of there. What a difference already. Now, there's not really a science here. I'm just using the rag to get in, clean all the grit and grime off of the cutting edges of the bit. Now, you want to be a little bit careful. These edges are sharp. You don't cut yourself. Work carefully. Might be a good idea to wear some gloves. Another thing you could do would be to remove the bearing, slide that off of your bit, and you could actually soak this bit in a little tub of the cleaner. That would work good too. That would really let it soak, loosen up everything. I'm not sure if you can tell in the video, but there's already some brown gunk just dissolving off of here just by soaking it. Most of the time, unless it's really bad, I find that I can just scrub the cutting edge and it works just fine. I would not recommend though spraying the cleaner right on the bit. You don't want to get down into the bearing, which could cause it to dissolve some of the oils in there, cause the bearing to go bad. So if you want to soak it really good, take that bearing off. You don't want it to go bad. Another thing I'm doing while I've got the bit here is I'm checking the bearing. I want to make sure that it spins freely. I don't feel any binding or grinding in there. This one feels a little bit sticky. It might be time for a replacement on this one. And just like that, our quick tip of the day is complete. I want to give a quick shout out and say thank you to the team over at Super Clean for allowing me to show their products to you guys. This stuff comes in all shapes and sizes. You can get it in small bottles, you can get it in gallons, you can even get it in 55-gallon drums if you need to. It comes in a foam, it comes in a spray, it's available all over the place, auto parts stores. I see it all over the place. So if you want to try some out, I definitely recommend picking it up. But no matter what you choose to clean your bits with, make sure you do take the time and do that. It will save you some time, it'll save you some headaches and frustrations, and ultimately, because your bits are going to last longer, it's going to save you some money, and that's always a good thing. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Ah, I almost fell. That's what happens when you don't put your air hoses away. You trip over them. If anybody asks, this didn't come from the kitchen.